Another traveler approaches. Come, warm yourself. Ah, so you come to me again. Were our dealings with your pale friend not enough? Well, get close to the fire. Warm up. Pose your question. Wondered when they would send someone. Zone outsider surprises me. Yes, I know the fleshless fools. But a ghost of young Freywin? Disturbing. I may have answers for this haunting, but I'll need blood and tissue. Tear some decayed skin off an affected person and scrape dried blood from a cursed wolf. Bring me these things so I can understand what kind of magic we're dealing with. I fear there is more to Freywin's haunting than we... Good. Go on. Return here when you have the samples. A simple ritual will provide the details we seek. In the meantime, I'll consult my notes about Freywin's disappearance. Because I'm smarter than most Nords? I jest. People from the north fear magic. Don't understand it? Must be dangerous. They believe my power comes from that trickster Shore. If he was so clever, then I must be too. At least as Nords see it. Out of sight, out of mind. The fools believe they can ward off magic's consequences by pushing it away. And yet I'm the first person they visit when someone gets sick, or they think they see Daedra. I did. She was beloved by the whole town, even those of us pushed to the edges. No, I will not tell you what is not yours to know, at least until I can see what causes these attacks. Come back with the samples and you may learn more. Now, where did I put those rune stones? Such sloppy magic. Such sloppy magic. Untrained. The scent of death enters my nose. Your time with the cursed creatures has marked you. Let's hope not permanently. While you hunted, my studies proved fruit. Yes, these will do nicely. Fresh, intact, thrumming with magic. This shall make the ritual easy. They have an icy burn to the touch. Hope they weren't too much. Many things. Is this a spell or a curse? Where does it get its power? Magic holds unique patterns, like footprints in the snow. If it's known to me, perhaps you... Good. I won't be but a moment. Just as I feared. Come, listen to a tale. The ritual bears out my fears. I recognize the curse corrupting life around Morthal. Years ago, a death mage named Maxton killed a group of town guards at Kienstag Ruins. The same magic she used then now animates these undead. All I know are whispers. They say Maxton kidnapped Freywin and forced her into the ruins. Naturally, the Jarl dispatched the guards to rescue his daughter. But just as they arrived, a tempest vanished. Until now, it seems. Though the link between Freywin's ghost and this curse still remains unclear. To find a cure, I need Maxton's original spell. Go east to the... Good. Meet me in Morthal with what you find. I wish to examine the wounds made by these undead. And take this rune. It bears an enchantment that will ward you from the curse's worst effects. At least, temporarily. As I said, she was a conjurer of death. From what I have seen, her magical understanding is incomplete. This curse is wild and sloppy. She approaches power like a babe crawling into a giant. I never spoke with her, but rumors still sometimes drift into my camp. Maxton was a mystery in Morthal. Appeared late one evening to rent a bed at the tavern. No one saw her in the day. Oh, a forest night stroll is not so odd for a mage. It's the best time to collect mushrooms. And dug-up bones hold the most power in the moonlight. But Maxton sought something in the woods. Perhaps she found it among the ruins. This I don't know. Let us hope that whatever you find in the Kienstag ruins reveals what she wanted with the young woman. Interesting. Even as a child, Freywin wandered outside Morthal to visit her people. She would come to my hut without fear. I would prepare her rabbit stew as we discussed her life. She told me once that Hovel's farm brought her great joy. An excellent question. So many of the answers elude me for now. With any luck, a simple stone imbued with the warmth of life. After the events at Kienstag Ruins, I explored new paths of magic for counteracting necromancy. One such trial led to the rune you hold. It should protect you from the worst of the curse's effects. Do you doubt my ability? My practice of magic extends back to when I first heard Shore's whispers as a child. Have faith when I say the rune will protect you. And a shame, but no. We require something much more powerful to undo magic this strong. Energy directly connected to the curse's origins. The rabbit blood from which I drew the magicka to charge that rune will...
What if something goes wrong? Absolutely. I've researched this ritual for years. I just need your help. Leave these ruins. Explain why you're following me. Who are you? And why do you pursue me? First at Havel's farm, and now you emerge unscathed from these accursed ruins. If Maxton sent you to bring me back to her, I won't go. Everyone should just stay away before I kill them as well. No, I still live. For now. The curse I carry will kill me soon enough. I only hope to die close to home. I didn't want to destroy any more lives, or watch memories from my life resurrect. Its power grows as it feeds off my life energy. The curse ends once I am gone. I only wish I could say goodbye to my parents. I know it is not my place to ask favors, but could you bring my mother a message? Tell her, I'm sorry. Thank you, stranger. Please, bring her this locket, so she knows the message is from me. Tell Mother not to worry. There's a place I love nearby, where I can watch the good people of Morthal live their lives. I can be happy there in my final moment. Oh yes, she was. I loved her dearly, and I truly believe Maxton loved me back. When she realized she'd accidentally cursed me, she swore to find a cure. But as time went on, growing her necromantic power became her only interest. I wish this news surprised me. After I left to come home, I feared Maxton would no longer reign in her desire for power. Her ambition attracted me when we first met. Over time, she grew increasingly fixated. Is that what they say? No. I willingly joined her ritual, which makes me just as guilty for all this death. Maybe I should have convinced her not to chase so much power. This was not what she planned. Maxton believed she could improve her magical ability by communing with the powerful spirits that inhabit Kienstag ruins. She asked my help with performing a summoning ritual. Maxton misjudged the ritual's difficulty. As she struggled, ice grew over the walls, and winds blew wildly. She almost gained control, but suddenly Thane Alstrom and his guards stormed the ruins. Maxton's focus slipped. It shames me to admit, but yes, all those soldiers, my friends and neighbors, dead. because of my actions.
Well?
Careful not to disturb the fish, stranger. Hard enough to catch them as is. And even when I manage, they get stolen anyway. I'm sick of feeding thieves. Yes, that's mine. It smells awful. Looks like something may have swallowed it. I guess that was the point. I'd hoped it was a wild animal. I'm sorry for whoever it was. But I didn't have a choice. My family is the most important thing to me. I won't... Yes, I do. Thanks to you. You've likely ensured my family will survive the winter. Thank you. Thanks again, friend. You've given me a sliver of hope in these dark times. Well, now that I know what the problem is, I've got an advantage. Smartest thing to do would be to save up some more money and do my best to save...
I was sad to hear about the troubles in Silent Mire. Pirates, kidnapping. Is no place safe anymore.
Can you help him, witch? The curse rots his flesh. I've done what I can, but it won't last.
Good, you're back. Old Mjolnir told me of your discovery at the farm. She believes that Freywin's ghost somehow heralds this curse. I held out hope of her still alive? I can't believe it. After all these years, Freywin finally comes home and you tell me she's dying? Why would she have you deliver this locket? I must see her. There is so much to say. Where is she? Is that by the water where the boats dock? Or perhaps her bedroom where she watched people from the window? The tree! Oh, Freywin, that old tree in the forest above Morthal. She would spend hours there. We must go now. But you survived. Oh, the clever woman protected you. Speak with old Mjolnir, please. She knows so much more about magic than anyone in Morthal. There must be something that can cure my daughter. Thank you. I need a moment to process everything you told me. And hold on to the locket. I've refused to take it while there's still hope to keep Freywin alive.
So you found Freywin alive, did you? An unexpected but welcome turn of events. We may yet be able to save her. What did you bring me from the ruins? I must know. Let me see. Awful. The fantasies of a child. Playing with magic like this invites danger. The energies at the ruins surely overwhelmed her. But this, yes, this is what I needed to know. Maxton's ritual consumed the spirits in the ruins. She wished to gain power by absorbing their memories. Freywin's curse drains her life energy, then manifests it as her own memories. This is how we cure her. By flooding her with her own life force, we can burn out the curse. Give me her locket. Ah, yes. It hums with emotional power. Once attuned, you can absorb Freywin's memories into it. Good. Here is the locket. Ninetha mentioned two places Freywin enjoyed. The docks and her bedroom. You may find manifestations there. When you're done, meet me back here at the tavern. Then we'll proceed. Ah, well, you see, back in the... Actually, no. Perhaps that secret should fade into dust. These events show that those ruins...
Lucky Mog passed along your message. I would have hated to miss all this mud.
Why does the Princess of Solitude grace my humble hall with her royal presence? Are you here on behalf of the High King?
I've come to warn you, Jarl Redharn.
Warn me? I already received orders from your father. What more is there to say?
Orders? Right. But you need to prepare the hold's defenses.
And what must we defend ourselves against this time? More urns and fetishes?
Please, Jarl Redharn, let my friend explain. The threat to our holds is worse than you can imagine. This locket, wasn't this yours?
Every man has his price. Mine is 5 gold.
You have a good time on the water?
Ah, yes. I loved exploring. I can't wait to do it again.
Quickly, to me! Our time is short. Your return may be too late. Lady Ninetha ran off to meet Freywin at the trees she described. She wanted to be with her before the end. Then we can put an end to this tragedy. But we must act now. Go! Join them at the large tree. Bring it with you. As my ritual to cure Freywin culminates, you must hold the locket before you. Her life energy will rush into her, and the curse should break. I warn you, this may be painful for her. When you arrive, wait for me. Do not let them do anything rash. I will not be long. Do this and...
Not much longer.
Mother, you can't be here. It will kill you.
Freywin, I thought you died. I can't leave you, even if it kills me.
It's already killing you. Please, get away from me. Mother, no!
Ninetha? Oh no! We must act quickly. Use the necklace on my command.
Ah! It burns! Mother!
Hurry! Use the necklace! Release the energy within!
What's happening?
You did it. I can't believe it. You brought my Freywin back to me. Thank you. I have so many... I think so. I could feel my skin freeze over. For a brief moment, I thought the end was upon me. All I wanted was for Freywin to know she wasn't alone. I don't know, truly. Freywin's return will raise many questions in Morthal. The Jarl and I must discuss what to say, if we say anything at all about what happened here. I promised you payment at the beginning of this. Freywin, are you all right?
Am I? Mother, I thought I'd killed you.
I would never leave you. It's over now.
Rest. Then we shall return to town. You two have much to discuss.
Lucky Mog passed along your message. I would have hated to miss all this mud.
Why does the Princess of Solitude grace my humble hall with her royal presence? Are you here on behalf of the High King?
I've come to warn you, Jarl Redharn.
Warn me? I already received orders from your father. What more is there to say?
Orders? Right. But you need to prepare the hold's defenses.
And what must we defend ourselves against this time? More urns and fetishes?
Please, Jarl Redharn, let my friend explain. The threat to our holds is worse than you can imagine.
You're the one my wife spoke of. The one who returned our daughter to us. I owe you my deepest gratitude. For that, you have my ear. So, tell me of this danger that threatens our realm. We're not Daedra worshippers. Our blood's hot enough to boil a blizzard, and we've got more pressing concerns than some northern squall. We received Svargrim's orders, promptly ignored them, and immediately ran afoul of a gaggle of Reachmen. The High King sent a royal decree, said to leave any strange objects or fetishes we spotted around the hold alone. They were dangerous, he said. Just so happens we found a few. I had my soldiers destroy them. That's when we encountered the Reachmen. The barbarians reacted poorly when we destroyed the strange witch sticks. We beat them back and chased them into the nearby barrow. But that was the last I heard from my soldiers. Since you dealt with this before, would you investigate the battle? If I were a few years younger and had more soldiers to spare, I'd march east to the Morthal Barrow and deal with the sorceress nonsense myself. But I'm not. I don't. And I have other responsibilities. Take this key. It will get you into the barrow. They were tall, ugly things, covered in strange runes, fetishes, and a poultice that smelled like rotting fungus. They had been set up around the town. My soldiers assumed they'd find one at the barrow, but instead they sent word of the Reachmen. Really? Last I heard, the princess was more interested in... No, I won't indulge in idle gossip. Svanna carries herself well. Not with the grace of her mother, but she has the swagger of a warrior. I wish I could say the same about my daughter. She's as well as can be expected. With that damned curse broken, her health has recovered, but the gloom it left behind still...
See that mound? That's the barrow. The entrance will be down below.
Keep back! The barrow is unsafe.
Jarl Redharn sent us. What happened here?
Reachmen. Let's talk if you want details. You, sir! The barrow is off limits. We are here to make sure nothing gets in or out, and will do so by... I did not want to spare the soldiers I'd left to send a message. We destroyed a number of strange sticks set up on the outskirts of town. When we reached the barrow, we spotted a few Reach barbarians. I sent word and we charged after them. A storm appeared in the barrow, if you could believe such a thing. It was foul magic, almost certainly. Soldiers began changing around me, dying or falling into a stupor. Some turned into monsters. And then the Draugr clawed out of there. We never made it that far inside. And when the storm hit, it was all I could do to get out and seal the door behind us. If the Jarl sent you...
A meager harvest. This grey reliquary must be moved to more fruitful fields. Protect the witch pike. Do not let them destroy it.
That's done. Let's tell the Jarl what happened here. If I never have to enter another barrow, it will be too soon. No sign of that witch or the reliquary she ran off with. We should get back to the Jarl's Hall. We saw the last stand of what could have been a much larger attack on Morthal. The witch pike in the barrow was the only one that wasn't destroyed before they performed the ritual. Soldiers were caught in the Harrow Storm, but the town was spared. That's what happened in Kilcreath after the storm hit. I'm more curious about the witch, though. Why was that grey reliquary important enough for her to grab it and run off as soon as she spotted us? Come on, let's go talk to Jarl.
There's trouble in Hafengar. Something about a strange storm at Kilcreath Temple. Priests and pilgrims were wiped out.
Poor sods. I heard Jarl Redharn has ordered the soldiers to search the hold. I wonder what they're looking for.
And then Mog threw up, all over the Sword Thane's boots.
Ha! This orc friend of yours sounds... Ah, your companion's return. Well, friend of Svanna, are you as good as your word? Tell me what you discovered at the Morthal Barrow. A Harrow Storm, like the thing the princess was telling me about? The thing that destroyed Kilcreath? Gods! A pox on the Reach and its barbarian horde! What else? What about the Reachman in the barrow? Disappointing, but not unexpected. Reach witches are a tricky lot. Still, you have my thanks. In the meantime, Hjalmar shall prepare for war. We may not have a defense against the Harrow Storms, but we can be ready to attack once we have a target.
With you and Lyris's help, we've gained the trust of Jarl Redharn. My father respects the Jarl. That will go a long way in convincing the High King to take the Coven's threat seriously. Now we need to do the same thing at Carthald. Jarl Ulfwen rules the hold, which was established to provide a defensible border against the Reach. If any of the Western holds can deal with this threat, it's Carthald. But first, I have one more thing to discuss with Jarl Redharn. Jarl Redharn, prepare your forces as you say, but we need you in Solitude.
Solitude? I have troubles here in Hjalmarch. Why should I leave when my hold needs me?
High King Svargrim won't listen to us, but he might listen to you.
Get up, Princess. If you think it will help, I'll talk to your father.
Davis, please escort the Jarl.
Of course. What about you?
We need to warn Jarl Ulfwen, so we're going to Carthald.
Spare coin for the need.
Vice Canon Hrondar hasn't picked up his mead cask in a while. Wonder what's wrong.
Life here is so very different from the way things work in Murkmire. I never realized how many Argonians have such a terrible existence. And now the blackguards are just making things worse. Were you able to talk to the Argonians I suggested? The Argonians I talked to said the same thing. Apparently, the woodcut describes some sort of ritual that will allow Margus to either find or retrieve the cursed skull. What did the Argonians you talked to have to say on the subject? That's interesting. Very interesting. Those words mean the forbidden place in the language of Murkmire. I also learned that the blackguards are preparing to launch an expedition to find this island so Margus can perform the ritual. We need to find that ship. One of the Argonians told me that only 3 blackguards know the location, but as a precaution, they each carry 1/3 of a map. They must work together to reach the ship. You find 2 of them, and I'll get the 3rd.
What will we do? I erect the spine of welcome to you. My Clutch brothers and I came seeking our brother, but we're too late. Filth-ridden goblins have taken over the Mud Tree Village mine. If Miharil is still alive, the goblins are between. Speak to the Overseer, Suri Dreth. She knows more of the goblins than those accursed mines. Do not trust her completely. She was master here in the terrible time before the Pact. Goblins are odious creatures, and our poor egg brother is trapped in there. For that, you should talk to No Yehim. It was his misfortune to be a slave here.
Sorry, but if you're here to buy iron, the metalworks is running low. A minor labor dispute, that's all. Come back. Miharil? His brothers put you up to this? Well, he's not here. He's in the mine with more valuable, productive employees. Now, excuse me, I've got a labor problem to deal with. Damn those Argonians. They can't keep anything quiet. All right, it's goblins. You want Miharil? Then rescue my workers. Just try not to kill the goblins. Oh, and bring back their goblin totem. I don't need an all-out war. Not until the Vice Cannon send help. The fewer dead, the fewer angry goblins. And with that totem, I'll have some bargaining power. Well, I had the men gather table scraps from the mess. There's no food in that mine. The goblins will be starving. Throw scraps at them, and they'll go mad for it. They might even fight over it. That's better than them eating my miners. Good. If you can get this mess sorted out, and we'll be back to business as usual, and I won't have to listen to any more of Tel Dravel. It's not operational without miners, if you catch my meaning. What do you read? Take some more. It's not like slop is expensive. Well, their camp's above the mine. We employed a few of them, but otherwise we left each other alone. I don't know why they'd be upset at us.
Hits me.
Suri finally sent help? The goblins went crazy and started killing. Thanks, stranger. I got separated from Aidvi Iron Kettle and Miharil. They ran to the Argonian huts and...
Oh, you're not a goblin.
If I had a weapon, I would have flattened all these stinking runts. But
Lenam Sero fled further into the mine, but Miharil ran into that hut. I'm not sure if he's still alive.
Who are you? Did Suri send you to kill me? They must think me thick-shell, and they be right. I came to help. No one, not even a goblin, deserves to be a slave. Suri Dreth used their totem to control them. So I stole it, and they even chose a war chief and settled in. They'll keep attacking the village until the vice cannons wipe them out. Help me clear the blood from my name, so she can enslave the goblins again. That would bring peace, of sorts. I can't bear that. If I had the totem, perhaps I could solve this. Go out the mine's back exit to the goblin camp above us. The war chief must have the... Please hurry. If the vice cannons arrive before we get the totem, they'll just kill or enslave the goblins again. This was supposed to be a clear stream, but it is now fouled with blood. I'll tell you what I can. I'm no expert on goblin. Goblins always chase after their totems. Suri knew that. She paid someone to steal it from the goblins. She lured them here, and then hired a mage to enchant the thing. Apparently, goblins are easy to charm. I don't think it would be good. I heard a story once about an Argonian who destroyed a goblin totem. He wanted to save his village. The goblins went on a rampage for weeks. After I gave it to them, the biggest beat the others into submission and took it. So now he is the war chief. He's probably close to the center of their camp. They circle around their totems like flies on a carcass.
Touch me, vampire! I may fall today, but by Onsi's bright blade, I will take you with me.
Please, just listen. I'm not allied with those grave robbers. If you keep this up, those wounds will reopen.
oblivion with you!
You lost? Let's see what you've got!
Well done, Wayfarer. Look there on the door. The Pyre Watch sigil. These Draugr must have used Tuwaka's gaze to unlock it.
How far down does this ruin go, Shalaria? Surely they found enough bones up here to fill those urns they brought.
I do not know. No Pyre Watch sentinel has ventured this far into the tomb since our ancestors sealed it. Come. Our answers lie ahead. door is sealed. And without Tuwaka's gaze...
Wait, Shalaria. More sigils. Perhaps they correspond to the one on the door.
You may be right, Vampire. Look around. We must keep up the pursuit.
I don't know, everybody try standing up. I haven't done this too often.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I appear...
Another sealed door, but no statues or sigils. Any ideas, Blood Drinker?
A few. The corresponding sigils may be in another room. We should have a look around. Perhaps in that vault to the north? Door unsealed. It's just... What happened in here? Never mind. Shalaria managed to capture one of the Draugr-kin. Come, quickly.
Where is your leader?
Kiana Tombskull took your magic lantern with him. Farther into the cave. You'll never catch him, Reinhard. Not before he...
Before he what? Godless dogs doing here? Speak!
Ha! You have no idea what's coming. When the one who sent us comes to power, he'll beg for them. Beg!
Enough of this!
Shalaria, what did you do?
You heard what he said. Their leader and Tuwaka's gaze are ahead. Shed a tear for this monster if you wish, but make it quick.
I've explored more tombs than I care to recall, and I've never seen a guardian like this.
Enough with your academics, vampire. We did not come here to study. We came here to stop the Draugr-kin.
I only mean to say that this level of protection...
To oblivion!
You sure there's nothing else here? Nothing beyond...
I had no idea such grand ruins stood in the heart of this place.
Yokuden, yes? The works of your ancestors from beyond the sea.
Yes.
To oblivion with you, brother. Do not let these troublemakers reach the center of the... Attack!
Dare disturb me. If you have friends, we all die alone. I'll gather some
Something profoundly evil lurks here.
Whatever it is, whatever these beasts have conjured here, it will face a lasting death at our hands.
Damn.
Charge! I'll kill you for what you've done!
By all means, try. Our patron demanded the remains of the Grey Host. What's the harm in adding a few more corpses?
Archer volley! Go! Kill that beast!
I'll feed you to the pit! I cast the bones, and your future is bleak. The time has come. Rise, dear Daria! I call you by name! Rise! Receive your voltage fame!
Fenorian. That was my fight.
A fight you would have lost. I don't expect gratitude, but you're welcome all the same.
Fenorian, I understand why you did what you did. One day I will make my peace with it. In the meantime, I will put the life you saved to good use.
I trust you will, Shalaria. As for me, I have some investigating to do. Starting with this mysterious patron Kjalnar mentioned.
Whoever they are, I suspect they've already gotten what they wanted. The Draugr smuggled a great many urns out of the grave before you arrived. Tuwaka, help us all. Part of me will always hate Fenorian for taking this battle from me. But I know in my heart he was right. Had I died here, the Pyre Watch would have died with me. I have work to do. Doors to seal, Graves to... What choice do I have? So long as this place houses the remains of the Grey Host, it remains a threat to all of Tamriel. I do not suppose you'd be interested in a life of stewardship and seclusion. You would make a fine Pyre Watch sentinel. Of course. Truthfully, I only asked in jest. I will find recruits in Bankerai Garrison, Holland's Stand, perhaps even Evermore.
I hear you up there. Get down here and help me. I figured Suri Dreth would send someone after the totem. Just had to hide nearby and wait for rescue. And here you are. I'm not delirious enough to think she sent you to save me. Suri Dreth brought me in to keep the goblins in line. That trinket of theirs only does so much. All these years of experience breaking slaves to be properly obedient, and then a damn goblin stabs me. That soft-hearted Argonian stole the totem, breaking its spells. I'll wear his hide for boots. Goblins are animals. We were teaching them a trade. With you here, there's still hope to beat on some goblins for a bit, then slam that totem down in front of them. They'll cower at the sight. While you do that, I'll climb down. Meet me inside the mine at the slave quarters. We'll retake the place, if you've got the totem.
Give me the totem. I'll use it to lead the goblins into the swamps. They won't bother anyone after that. Sure, they're not civilized, but I don't. But I have to try. If we enslave them, what does that say about us? It isn't about the goblins, really. It's about what we want the pact to be. And I want it to be better. Very well. But please hear me out. The pact should not...
Suri Dreth already has your reward all counted out and ready to hand over. You give me the totem, we go back to work, and these goblins learn from the example of the Ebonheart Pact. That's better for all. It's the natural way of things. We're smarter and stronger, so they should obey us. That's better for them and better for the Pact. We all win. Don't let that pit-bait scaleskin tell you otherwise.
Quick! I don't, but may the rains be ever on your back, friend. This nightmare will be over shortly. Let my brothers know I'll see them soon. Good riddance, Thragnar the Failure. To freedom!
I can't believe you actually sided with that coward. Go die in a hole, goblin lover. The Pact doesn't need any more snowbacks like you.
Honor to you and your house, stranger. Have you come to deal with the ills of our poor mine? It's a terrible business all around, but you could certainly...
My brother went to lead the goblins away. We're hoping he succeeds and returns safely. May the swamp give you bountiful fruit, plentiful fish, and sharp stones, my friend. You've done a great service for us.
You're the hero who defeated Alexandra Canal at Vivek's Antlers.
We've got things for sale other than I...
Thank you for getting me out of that mine. My husband and I are indebted to you. Once things have calmed down, I'll get you that mead I promised. And it'll be good stuff. By the eight, no. My beloved Hodmar. He was so... There's always more to do.
Buying and selling. I could use another break.
Why am I cursed with such a task?
Dry-skinned fools, I erect the spine of gratitude.
This? Hold! Who are you? Gareth, from Stillrise Village. I'm watching for worm cultists. Downed 4 of them today, but they keep harassing our village. If necromancers don't scare you away, Chieftain Sulak...
We've lost so much already. Our scouts let you through, yes? You have courage to visit Stillrise Village despite the necromancers who torment us. The worm cult necromancers encamped nearby raided our village last night. We trapped 3 of their lieutenants inside our huts, but they refused to surrender. Our scouts call them Gorag, Felra, and Dragwar. We tricked them into the cellars below our huts and bolted the doors. Perhaps you can convince them to surrender. If you confront them. Our warriors guard the huts where the cultists are trapped. Unbolt the cellar doors to gain access. So far they've refused to see reason. If it must come to blows with their lieutenants, I understand. Stillrise Village keeps to itself. Because of this, they think we'd make perfect slaves. My what? Oh, we're Kothringi. After the Great Plague from decades past, I fear Stillrise Village is the last of our people.
I want no trouble.
More bones for the pile!
We must survive. This cannot be our fate. I just want this to be over.
No hope for our people. No hope.
You won't bow to us, you'll die the final death!
Outsiders bring strife. I wonder what you bring.
Better to suffer in silence.
Will you even bleed when I cut you?
Leave us be.
War Chief Halush's runners told me the worm cultists wouldn't surrender. Unfortunate, but no fault of yours. Still Rise Village is in your debt. In truth, I feared the worm cult lieutenants went to our cellars on purpose to work dark magics from within our village. Wow. You've proven yourself a friend of our village. As a friend, we'll entrust you with our secret. Fear not. We're the same people we were before we gained this affliction. Years ago, a terrible sickness swept through our lands. I had to do something to keep my people safe. It's why I made a deal. Before the sickness, our miners uncovered an old temple to Clavicus Vile. When we were dying, I sought the Daedric Prince of Bargains to save our village at any cost. I begged the Daedra for immunity to the sickness. You can see the cost. Last night, the cultists stole the Soul Gem Array, the relic holding our spirits. In time, they'll use it to enslave us. We mustn't become thralls of the worm cult. Shaman Chira has a plan to stop them.
You're the one who killed the worm cult's lapdogs. Chieftain Sulak told you the worm cult stole the soul gem array, yes? Once they discover its secret. Yes, if it isn't too late already. When Clavicus Vile cursed us with his hollow existence, he placed our spirits in the soul gem array. Easier said than done. The energies protecting the relic kill living creatures who touch it. But there's a way. Make an offering to Clavicus. Take this totem. War Chief Elush can let you inside the Daedric Prince's temple. Once inside, place the totem upon the blood fountain as an offering to Clavicus Vile. The cultists forced their undead thralls to carry it away. Such will be the future of Stilra. Take this totem. I fear there's little time before the worm cult discovers the secrets of the soul gem array. Decades ago, the Nahatan flu swept through the land. The children were first. By Zen, I can still see the bodies. But Zen couldn't save us. So at Chieftain Sulak's behest, you call this survival. To never again taste Gua flesh, nor feel a lover's touch. We are but shadows in the water. Some feel the curse is a Daedra's. With the soul gem array in the hands of the worm cult, they can influence us through our curse. They could force us.
Eternal life is full of advantages. No need to pull your blows when training. What do you need, stranger? That fool thinks worm cultists can sway the proud warriors of Stillrise Village, does he? I'd say the man lacked a spine, if I couldn't see it for myself. We have no hearts to fill with fear, or blood to run cold. No blow is mortal. We can't die. We can fall for a time. It's how the cultist overpowered one of Shaman Chira's acolytes and stole the soul gem array. Here's the temple key. When you're done, bring it to acolyte Morag, and tell her not to. A shame you're flesh and blood. I'd let you train, but my warriors might forget your squishy parts. We need no sleep or food. There's no sickness and no pain. If I fall in battle, I recover. I don't care if I can't see, taste, or feel the same way I used to. Clavicus Vile's blessing makes us perfect warriors. Shaman Chira couldn't tell his coccyx from a hole in the ground. As for Chieftain Sulak, well, she needs to stop regretting who we once were and consider what we can become. Sure, the ones with marrow where it counts. The rest listen to Shaman Chira whine about a curse. I'll do what I've always done. Protect my people from themselves if necessary.
Fear death.
No flesh, no pain.
bear a gift? How thoughtful. But I can't accept it without providing one of my own. I know. I'll share the same gift I gave Stillrise Village. Now you can play Skeever Wicket with your own skull.
You dare touch me, vampire? I may fall today, but by Onsi's bright blade, I will take you with me.
Please, just listen. I'm not allied with those grave robbers. If you keep this up, those wounds will reopen.
With you!
Now, kill him!
I wager you're just where you want to be. Well, come on then. I'm right here, Runts. Anytime you're ready.
You must find me. I suffer. Please. You're on the right path. Please, hurry. You've made it this far. What's a little further? Finally, my suffering is at an end.
Going to make me wait? You've got nowhere to run! Call in some muscle!
Well done, Wayfarer. Look there on the door. The Pyre Watch sigil. These Draugr must have used Tuwaka's gaze to unlock it.
How far down does this ruin go, Shalaria? Surely they found enough bones up here to fill those urns they brought.
I do not know. No Pyre Watch sentinel has ventured this far into the tomb since our ancestors sealed it. Come. Our ancestors. The door is sealed, and without Tuwaka's gaze.
Wait, Shalaria. Look there on the floor. More sigils. Perhaps they correspond to the one on the door.
You may be right there. Door, but no statues or sigils. Any ideas, Blood Drinker?
A few. The corresponding sigils may be in another room. We unsealed. It's just... What happened in here? Never mind. Shalaria managed to capture one of the Draugr kid. Come, quickly.
Where is your leader?
Scald took your magic lantern with him. Farther into the cave. You'll never catch him, Redrad. Not
Before he
he-
what? Godless dogs doing here? Speak!
You have no idea what's coming. When the one who's next comes to power.
than I care to recall. And I've never seen a Guardian like this.
Enough with your academics, vampire. We did not come here to study. We came here to stop the Draugr-kin.
I only mean to say that this level of protection... Are you sure there's nothing else here, Shalaria? Nothing beyond the remains of the Greyhurst?
What does it matter? Kjalnar and his grave-robbing jackals still outpace us. We must move quicker. I had no idea such grand ruins stood in the heart of this place.
Yokudun, yes?
To oblivion with you!
Disturb me. Get out! No more hiding, spirits! Come out and play!
make a grave mistake, trespassers. This chamber will be the death of you!
We're almost there. I can sense it,
To oblivion with
crawling
you.
up my spine. Something profoundly evil lurks here.
Whatever it is, whatever these beasts have conjured here, it will face a lasting death at our hands.
Damn you! Strike! Now!
Kjalnar, I'll kill you for what you've done.
By all means, try. Our patron demanded the remains of the Grey Host. What's the harm in adding a few more corpses?
Shalaria, Artavare, sleep now. She's in no condition to fight. Go, kill that fiend.
There's only death! Lastest, come forth! Time has come. Rise, dear Daniel! I call you by name! Rise! Die! Oh, attempt! Unleash your fury! What? Yeah? Step! Heed my call! Bones of the dead!
Damn you, Gloria. That was my fight.
A fight you would have lost. I don't expect gratitude, but you're welcome all the same.
Fenorian, I understand why you did what you did. One day I will make my peace with it. In the meantime, I will put the life you saved to good use.
I trust you will, Shalaria. As for me, I have some investigating to do. Starting with this mysterious patron Kjalnar mentioned.
Whoever they are, I suspect they've already gotten what they wanted. The Draugr smuggled a great many urns out of the grave before you arrived. Tuwaka, help us all.
The war chief has plans for us.
Higher! Strike higher! Don't worry about
Shaman
defense.
Shira told me to expect you, but wait. Something's off. Beyond your flesh and blood, I mean. Sen's blessings. The curse upon you is temporary. You can safely recover the soul gem array. I'm positive. Shaman Shira and I studied the curse for decades. This is Clavicus Vile's way of being playful, I suppose. Though I don't presume to know the intentions of any Daedric prince. No, despite what War Chief Halushk would tell you. Sheer force can pummel us into the ground. Without Shaman Shira's magic, my bones would still be in the pile where the worm cult left me. Lousy mushroom nibblers. Healing magic works. We often use magical fonts recovered from the temple, like the one next to me. The cultists took one last night, but Shaman Shira has another. The rest are inside the temple. You're welcome to use them while you're still underfed. Lucky for us, I think ahead. Years ago, I fastened one of my toe knuckles to the soul gem array. I can sense it's still in their nearby camp. After you give those moss-gargling cultists a good pounding, bring it straight to Chieftain Sulak.
I hope he's still alive. Stop! Stay away! Who are you? Thank the gods, you would not believe what I've seen here. No, perhaps you would. My guards and my partner Daryl were taken. Horrible men and skeletons attacked us. I think they're members of the worm cult. I got away, but I heard screams.
In these mortal realms.
Fan out!
Quick! Untie me before they come back and put my soul into that horrid... I think the necromancers called it an animus geode. Fancy name for an ugly purple stone used to steal someone's... Neris, Liam, Wilhelm and Garin are still imprisoned in those animus geodes. But I overheard the necromancers say the geodes are fragile with...
Thing is nothing you cannot imagine.
That accursed rock contains more horrors than oblivion. Death will release me from the nothingness inside that thing. Death will release me from the nothingness inside that thing.
can't imagine the horrors in that thing.
No, get away! Oh, it's you. I feared those necromancers had captured you. Such a pity about our guards. They served us well, and never deserved such a...
Do you think I'll give up this prize easily? After I kill you, I'll make you my slave.
If Shaman Jira has his way, we'll be free.
You've returned. Did you Then the worm cult holds no power over our village. Due to the theft of the soul gem array, the war chief and shaman asked me to step down. But as they dispute our future, it's my... Whether Still Rise Village continues or ends. Preserve the soul gem array and we remain as we are, in this state between life and death. Destroy it, and you end the curse. Experiencing our curse uniquely suits you to deciding our fate. You should hear the Council of War Chief Halushk and Shaman.
The worm cult nearly unlocked the secrets of the soul gem array. If they could get their hands on it, so could anyone else. This torment will never end, unless you destroy it. So Clavicus Vile's grip upon us ends. Clavicus Vile provided the means on the day he cursed us. Deep in the Daedric ruins burned two braziers, one of ice.
You'd kill our people to save them? What? My warriors won't allow you to perpetrate this foolishness. mad plan to destroy us? Still preserve the soul gem array. We don't have to die. Your mad plan to destroy us? Ooh, our strength is eternal. You can't defeat us. Get past me. I will...
You felt the true splendor of my gift to Stillrise Village. What gift have you for them, I wonder? Preserve their existence or end it forever? Which will it be? Probably the boring one. Heartless oaf. You destroy everyone in Stillrise Village, despite the ones who clearly wish to go on? All to end a pain and sickness they can no longer feel? How delicious. Now, be gone.
And so it ends. You made the choice, we could not. At last, you freed us from our miserable existence. This was no life, just a mockery of better days. I feel Clavicus Vile's curse.
careful with that Kuthringi. From what I...
Spread out!
You there! Untie us! We understand you would not recognize royalty when tied to a pillar. Therefore, we request you untie us. Perhaps. But we can think of nothing while our kingdom lies in ruins. We slowly comprehend what a boar must feel while trussed up and awaiting a feast. Follow us! Our castle is nearby. You've proven yourself worthy of becoming one of our subjects. What is your name? Then we conscript you into our service. We are King Drillick, your liege lord. We will entertain your petitions, should you have any. When our kingdom is secure and our dignity restored, the keystone will reveal itself. So says the prophecy. The first order of business is to create a new crown. We sense your reluctance, but nothing can be done without our crown. Splendid! When you recover enough materials around our kingdom, use the anvil to shape it. Here is a smithing hammer, loyal subject. We are, after all, a benevolent monarch. We eagerly await our reforged crown. We would not dare ask you to fashion glorious-looking hawk wings on each side. We prefer you surprise us. Why, the kingdom of Zook! And now that you're here, the king of you. It is a responsibility we do not take lightly. Sadly, no. The prophecy was quite clear. Crown for the keystone bring. We realize it should be brought instead of bring, but, you know, prophecies. Do you have our new crown? Is it ready? We are beside ourselves. Such beauty. Why, look at the molding. Alas, a king who cannot protect his subjects is no king at all. This crown only serves to remind us that our people suffer. The invaders hold our citizens in the lowlands. Laram, Dethril, and Sarasay are their names. We overheard the mages who bound them speak of a scroll of release. Acquire this scroll and free our bound. Even now our subjects petition us for succor. They wail day and night. We hear their pleas, and even now they call to us. Now then, the crown. A little tight around our temples, but the pinch reminds us of our kingship's burden. How does it look? We have no doubt in your capabilities. What sort of king would we be if we didn't look good in a crown? Superb craftsmanship. The magic wielders spend their time conjuring spells and digging in the mud. As if binding our citizens wasn't enough, they also defile our land. Why, they're our people. Even if they weren't, we wouldn't suffer anyone to be treated that way.
Divines, bless you.
Kept asking the same questions over and over. Keystone. I told them nothing.
will see an end to this war.
This one will have 2 jugs.